Hi everyone, Emily here. Today I want to share with you a quick 10-minute warm-up that I use almost every day to warm up my spine for the day. And this can be before a yoga practice, before any kind of exercise, or just as a way to warm up the spine, get opening in the spine, even if you have no time to do anything else throughout the day. So I'm going to start by explaining the different moves or exercises, and then we're going to go through them together. The first one that we do is standing with the arms overhead, and it's almost like a little jog, shooting your feet out in front of you. So while I do that, I have my hands overhead. I'm going to switch the clip so that you can see what that looks like. And I do that for 2 minutes. What this does with the arms overhead is it gets extra blood flow coming into the heart. So it's waking up the heart in the morning. And the jumping up and down is very good for the lymphatic system, just kind of shaking everything out. So even if jumping like that is too much for your body, you can always just do a shaking. So just kind of standing and shaking your body like that, or just a 2-minute dance. But yes, I do it for 2 minutes. Then the next move is sitting with the legs crossed, the hands on the knees, and it's a hands on the shins to start. And it's a forward and back movement. Now in all of these movements and in almost all the yoga or physical exercise I'm doing now, I always make sure that the area between my navel and pubic bone is kind of toned and strong, not sucked in and tightly contracted, but also not released and open. It's strong, and it helps to support the pelvic floor, especially for postpartum moms or anyone with lower back pain. Toning the lower abdomen and the pelvic floor will help to support the lower back and open up the lower back. So in these movements, we're going nice and slowly, following your own rhythm. The idea is warming up, not opening, not stretching, not doing exercise. It's just warming up. And you'll notice how if you do it over time, how much more open the spine will become. Hands on the shin, inhale forward, exhale back. And we're focusing on the lower back at this time. So my lower abdomen is engaged, and I'm rocking back and forth, opening up the lower spine. And we will do that together for 1.5 minutes. Next, coming to the knees. So if you need support, you can put a pillow in between your thighs and the lower legs. The hands come onto the thighs, or even just kind of gripping onto the knee. At first, I found my hands were kind of moving along my leg as I did the exercise, and then over time I could just hold on to the knees as I was opening my back. And we're working on the middle back here. So it's an inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And the next exercise is to, again, work through the middle back. And anytime you're kind of doing this side to side motion, you're waking up the kidneys and the adrenal glands, which further help to move the lymphatic system. Also, if you're a mother or anyone who's under extra stress or not getting much sleep, your adrenal glands need extra loving, and this is like a little massage for the adrenal glands. So we'll put the hands on the shoulders, elbows up. Again, lower core is nice and toned, and we're thinking of lifting the top of the head out of the pelvis, which gives us a nice long spine. And you'll notice as you do this exercise that it just feels better to be sitting up nice and tall. You get more space in the spine. And it will be an inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. again, don't focus on making the movement too big. It's all about just going where you can, and over time, since we're doing this for a minute and a half, the body opens up on its own. It's not something you need to think about. Close your eyes and do it for the minute and a half. Finally, we're coming back to cross-legged position. You can switch, put the other shin in front, so you're sitting kind of the awkward way for yourself. Putting the hands on the knees this time, and we're focusing on the upper back. So it's an inhale again, forward, exhale, back. So we're focusing on the upper back. The neck kind of moves a little bit more, and you'll notice as you're holding on the knees then versus the shins, how the back kind of moves a little bit differently. Close the eyes and go with it for the minute and a half. And that final move takes us to 10 minutes. So the way that I usually do this, I do 2 minutes of the jumping, shaking, dancing, a 30-minute break, a minute and a half of the first exercise, 30-minute break, a minute and a half of the next exercise, 30-minute break, and we do all those 4 exercises for the spine. Then at the end, I'll add a little bonus if ever you have extra time to open up through the neck and the shoulders, and I can take you through some sun salutations. But really, sometimes all I do is those first 10 minutes, and I know it's 10 minutes on the dot, and I can squeeze that in to any busy day. Okay, let's get started. One last thing is that I usually use a stopwatch, so I'll use my phone to do the timing if you're doing this on your own. You can luckily just follow along for the video, and I have a stopwatch on another screen that I can watch.